have some comments. I've got some comments. You may. My first comment is that this case shows, I think, that we have two national treasures. One national treasure is a group of citizen jurors that are willing to invest a month of their life for the betterment of this community, this county, this state, and this country. The other national treasure is an iconic family that can survive from before World War I, World War II, the Great Depression, everything, survive a Goliath in your neighborhood, and be ready to pass on the torch to the sixth generation Cashlin. Is that right? You ready to carry this torch?
Oh, yeah.
So, those are some of my thoughts. The other thought is that I know you're proud of a jury that is able to have the commitment and the courage to stand up to a very powerful institution, because the only way that institutions in our country can change is from the power of a jury and the civil justice system. I know you're proud of that. I know you're also proud of the fact that this court, Judge Maraldi's court, is so competent and so experienced that they were able to effectively navigate this huge case into court. What other comments do you have?
She said it very well. I appreciate that. This case was about far more than just us. It's about the community.
There's one more set of heroes to be cited, which is the legal
Yes.
team for you guys. I mean, to take this
We're not the
on,
I need to thank the jury.
It doesn't
for all
happen
the
very
time they
often.
spent. There's no question. I mean, I've taken that much of your time out of your life. I know what it's like. We've taken years out of our lives going through this. So for them to do that, yeah, it's just amazing to me. We're very thankful for that. And of course, we are very thankful for an amazing team of attorneys that we have had work with us and the system. I think Judge Maraldi was amazing as well, how he handled our team was just fantastic. I saw them work so hard.
Judge Maraldi and his staff are
And his
very
staff.
talented and very effective. On behalf of the attorneys, and I know I speak for all of us, and I lost count of how many attorneys there were on each side, but I know that the greatest gift attorneys can have is to have the honor of representing an iconic family like your family. So it's our honor and our privilege. We are glad that the case is just about over, because we've run out of restaurants to exceed in Lorraine County. There's some very, very good ones,
Yes.
I'd like to say.
And we did get his name back.
Grandpa Gibson, what are your thoughts?
I think you guys did a beautiful job and getting all the information out for it
Out the
all.
public.
It's a wonderful thing, that.
Well, Grandpa, you should be very proud, and I know you are, to see your lineage continue, and frankly, I had trouble keeping my composure when I saw and met Cashlin and saw him sit through a jury trial and be ready to carry the torch. So you must have some special abilities to guide generations and to instill them with the pride and the talent that you have. We told the jury that this case hopefully would be a tipping point, and it would send a loud and clear message to institutions of higher education everywhere that they need to return back to their roots and be the adults in the room rather than appease the students. And in that regard, we are very hopeful that Oberlin accepts the message and goes back to its excellent tradition and history that it has carved out over years. Owen, what are your thoughts?
Thank you.
I would just briefly reiterate that we're just so appreciative of the jury spending a month of their lives, Judge Morality and his staff, Magistrate Bott, and we would never ask them to do that unless it was a very important case, and this was. One, because we had to get the truth out there. We had to get the truth out about this family, and I think that's been accomplished. But two, it's an important case because this is an important time in our society, I think. Because I think part of what we did here today was answer the question as to what are we going to tolerate in our society. And we're hopeful that this is a sign that not only Oberlin College, but in the future, powerful institutions will hesitate, before wielding their power next time, before trying to crush the little guy, that they'll hesitate, and maybe they'll remember this case, and maybe it is a tipping point. We can only hope so. Thank you.
Mr. Gibson, almost 3 years now, this cloud's sort of been hanging over you guys. How's it feel to have it sort of dispelled at this point?
Well, I'm still a bit in shock. I'm not quite sure yet. But it's a long time, and the stress put on the family's been terrific. So, what a relief.
The other thing, as you're catching your breath,
Yeah.
all the Gibsons ever wanted was to have the truth come out.
Yes.
All they ever asked from the beginning from Oberlin College was to use its power and influence and might and tell the truth. And that letter never came. But the jury sent a letter that was louder and more visible and more public. And I think the Gibson family is grateful to that and grateful for the jury to have the courage to be able to send a letter that no one else would send for the last almost 3 years.
Very true.
Anything else anybody wants to add?
Don't know that I have much more to add. I'm just still in a little shock with all this. But certainly
Cashman?
very thankful.
Wanna be